Welcome back. Today we will learn about the shocking revelation surrounding DiMera's sinister machinations that are about to explode during what should be a celebratory evening at Salem University Hospital. The deceptive facade of philanthropy. DiMera has masterfully orchestrated an elaborate charade of benevolence that has fooled nearly everyone in Salem. His highly publicized hospital renovation project and the establishment of free medical clinics throughout the community appeared to be genuine acts of charitable giving from a man seeking redemption. The carefully crafted public relations campaign painted as a reformed DiMera heir, desperately trying to distance himself from his family's notorious legacy of manipulation and corruption. However, beneath this meticulously constructed veneer of altruism lies a web of deception so intricate that even seasoned investigators are struggling to unravel its full scope. The timing of EJ's sudden philanthropic awakening coincided suspiciously with his near-death experience and subsequent recovery at the very hospital he would later purchase. What appeared to be gratitude for life-saving medical care was actually the foundation for something far more sinister, a calculated takeover designed to serve his most twisted ambitions. The financial mechanics behind EJ's hospital acquisition have raised serious red flags among federal investigators. The purchase price for University Hospital far exceeded what EJ could realistically afford from his personal fortune, even considering his substantial DiMera inheritance. This discrepancy has prompted a joint investigation by the ISA and FBI, with undercover agent Kat Green working closely with Rafe Hernandez to expose the truth behind the funding sources. The hidden laboratory of horrors. The most disturbing aspect of EJ's hospital takeover centers around his secret laboratory facility, concealed within the newly renovated wings of the medical complex. Construction blueprints discovered by Kat Green reveal elaborate modifications that serve no legitimate medical purpose. Instead, they outline a sophisticated research facility equipped with experimental equipment that would make even the most hardened scientists question their ethical boundaries. These clandestine laboratory spaces feature state-of-the-art technology specifically designed for genetic manipulation and biological experimentation. The facility includes multiple isolation chambers, advanced life support systems, and specialized storage units that suggest preparations for long-term preservation of biological specimens. Most alarmingly, the laboratory's design incorporates security measures typically reserved for maximum security installations, including biometric access controls and electromagnetic shielding that would prevent any external monitoring or interference. The laboratory's true purpose becomes even more sinister when considering its potential connection to the DiMera family's history of resurrection experiments. Previous DiMera scientific endeavors have involved bringing the dead back to life through advanced medical procedures and mind manipulation techniques. EJ's secret facility appears designed to continue this macabre tradition on an unprecedented scale, with capabilities that could theoretically support multiple simultaneous resurrection procedures. The Tom Horton Memorial Gala, a perfect cover. The upcoming hospital gala honoring the late Tom Horton serves as the perfect smokescreen for EJ's nefarious activities. This prestigious event, scheduled to celebrate the opening of the new Tom Horton Memorial Clinic, will draw Salem's most prominent citizens, medical professionals, and community leaders, creating an ideal distraction while EJ's most sensitive experiments reach their critical phase. The timing of the gala is no coincidence, it represents the culmination of months of careful planning and preparation. While guests celebrate the hospital's renovation and the expansion of free medical services, EJ will be conducting his most dangerous experiments just floors above the festivities. The juxtaposition of celebration and scientific horror creates a chilling backdrop that epitomizes the DiMera family's ability to hide evil behind a facade of respectability. Security arrangements for the gala have been deliberately complicated to provide additional cover for EJ's activities. Multiple access points, catering staff, and service personnel will create enough confusion and distraction to mask any unusual activity in the restricted laboratory areas. The presence of Salem's elite will also serve as unwitting human shields, making it virtually impossible for law enforcement to take aggressive action without risking civilian casualties. The Stefano DiMera connection. The most shocking revelation surrounding EJ's hospital experiments involves their direct connection to his father, Stefano DiMera. Despite Stefano's apparent death years ago, compelling evidence suggests that EJ's secret laboratory is designed to facilitate his father's return to the land of the living. This resurrection plot would represent the ultimate DiMera family triumph over death itself, allowing the legendary patriarch to reclaim his position as Salem's most feared manipulator. The fall preview footage showing a mysterious figure on a laboratory table, with someone commanding them to wake up, strongly indicates that Stefano's resurrection is already in progress. EJ's elaborate hospital takeover was never about philanthropy or medical advancement, it was always about creating the perfect environment for bringing his father back from the dead. The timing suggests that the Tom Horton Memorial Gala will serve as the backdrop for Stefano's dramatic return to consciousness. Dar. Wilhelm Rolf, the DiMera family's longtime scientific advisor and resurrection specialist, appears to be intimately involved in these experiments. His expertise in life restoration procedures and biological manipulation makes him an essential component of any attempt to revive Stefano. The secret laboratory's advanced equipment and specialized facilities seem specifically designed to accommodate Rolf's unconventional medical practices and experimental techniques. The conspiracy unravels. Recent developments have exposed the true scope of EJ's conspiracy, revealing a network of collaborators and financial backers that extends far beyond Salem. Gwen Rizek has emerged as a key co-conspirator, providing crucial financial backing for the hospital purchase through her substantial von Lochner inheritance. Her involvement adds another layer of complexity to the plot, as her motivations appear to extend beyond mere financial gain to personal revenge against those who have wronged her. The investigation led by Kat Green and Rafe Hernandez has uncovered evidence of international financial transactions and shell companies designed to obscure the true source of funding for EJ's hospital takeover. These discoveries suggest that the conspiracy involves foreign operatives and potentially hostile government entities seeking to establish a foothold in American medical infrastructure. The implications extend far beyond Salem, potentially threatening national security through the manipulation of critical healthcare facilities. As the truth about EJ's secret laboratory experiments begins to surface, the residents of Salem face the terrifying prospect of a resurrected Stefano DiMera equipped with advanced scientific capabilities and an unlimited thirst for revenge. The Tom Horton Memorial Gala, intended to celebrate healing and community service, may instead become the stage for Salem's greatest nightmare, the return of its most dangerous enemy, backed by cutting-edge resurrection technology and an army of loyal conspirators ready to help him reclaim his dark throne. Part 2, Drama Unfolds in Salem, a detailed recap of Days of Our Lives, September 9, 2025 episode. Hello, dear readers. If you're like me, you've been following the twists and turns of Days of Our Lives for years, and each episode brings more excitement, romance, and suspense to our beloved town of Salem. Today, I'm going to take you through the events of the September 9, 2025, episode in a way that's easy to follow, with plenty of details to help you picture every moment. We'll dive deep into the lives of characters like Stephanie, Alex, Xander, Gabby, and Philip, expanding on the drama to make it feel like you're right there in the middle of it all. Grab a cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, and let's relive the intrigue together. This episode is packed with surprises, heartfelt moments, and a dash of mystery that keeps us coming back for more. We start our story at Stephanie's cozy apartment, where the air is filled with a mix of joy and unexpected tension. Stephanie Johnson, that sharp and talented public relations expert we've come to admire, is sharing an intimate moment with Alex Kyriakis. You know Alex, the handsome, ambitious businessman who's always got a plan up his sleeve. The two of them are clearly close, wrapped up in each other's company, perhaps recovering from the stresses of their busy lives in Salem. But oh, how quickly things can change in this town. As they relax, Stephanie receives some thrilling news that lights up her face like a Christmas tree. She discovers that she's become a best-selling author. Can you imagine the pride and surprise she must feel? Her book, whatever its title may be, perhaps a tell-all about the scandals of Salem or a guide to navigating high-stakes PR crises, has climbed to the top of the charts. Alex, ever the supportive partner, beams with excitement right alongside her. He shares that he has a big press conference scheduled for tomorrow to promote this very book. But here's where a little wrinkle appears. Alex mentions something about Anastasia handling the promotion. Who is this Anastasia? Is she a rival publicist, or perhaps a pseudonym? Whatever the case, Alex suggests that Stephanie herself, with her unmatched skills in public relations, should take the lead instead. Let Stephanie, the PR genius, promote it, not Anastasia, he urges, his voice full of enthusiasm and admiration. Stephanie, however, hesitates. She's a busy woman, after all, juggling clients, family matters, and the endless drama that seems to follow everyone in Salem. She politely declines, saying she's simply too swamped with work to take on more. But Alex isn't one to be easily discouraged. His passion for her success shines through, and in a tender moment that warms the heart, they share a sweet kiss. It's one of those romantic interludes that remind us why we love soap operas, the spark of love amid the chaos. But alas, romance in Salem is often short-lived. Just as their enthusiasm builds, the mood shifts dramatically. Both Stephanie and Alex receive ominous summonses, legal documents demanding their presence, from none other than DiMera and Xander Kyriakis. EJ, that cunning lawyer with a family legacy of power plays, and Xander, the brooding businessman who's no stranger to schemes, have something up their sleeves. What could they want? Is it related to old grudges, business rivalries, or something more sinister? Stephanie's face, which was so elated moments ago as she beamed at Alex while holding her phone, now clouds with worry. Picture her standing there in her comfortable living room, the soft light from the window highlighting her expression of pure joy turning to confusion and concern. The camera lingers on that moment, building the suspense. Will this summons tear them apart or bring them closer? Now, let's shift our scene to the bustling offices of Titan DiMera Enterprises, where the corporate intrigue reaches new heights. Xander Kyriakis, looking as intense as ever with his sharp suit and determined gaze, pulls Alex aside for a private conversation. He reveals the whole shocking story about a spy pen, a clever gadget disguised as an ordinary writing instrument, but actually a hidden recording device. Imagine the betrayal Xander feels. Someone has been eavesdropping on sensitive business dealings, perhaps stealing secrets that could topple empires. Xander, always quick to point fingers, jumps to a wild conclusion: Stephanie might be the suspect. His reasoning? Well, she's been romantically involved with Alex, which gives her access to insider information. Plus, she once worked for DiMera, that master manipulator, and she knew about a recent Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, request that could expose hidden truths. To Xander, it's all too coincidental, a perfect storm of motives and opportunities. But we, the viewers, know this is completely wrong. Stephanie is no spy, she's a woman of integrity, caught in the web of Salem's endless suspicions. Still, Xander insists that even if she's innocent, Alex must dig deeper. Find out what she knows, he demands, his voice low and urgent, as if the fate of their company hangs in the balance. Alex, torn between loyalty to his friend and love for Stephanie, nods reluctantly. The tension in the room is palpable, alliances are tested, and trust hangs by a thread. How will Alex handle this? Will he confront Stephanie, risking their relationship, or keep it secret and investigate on his own? Meanwhile, across town in the sunny plaza, that charming spot where so many chance encounters happen in Salem, Gabby Hernandez is up to her usual clever ways. Gabby, with her stunning looks and sharp mind, is always fishing for information, isn't she? Today, she crosses paths with Philip Kyriakis. Philip, the charming yet complicated son of the Kyriakis clan, spots her and, ever the gentleman, invites her to dinner. It's a casual gesture, but in Salem, nothing is ever truly casual. As they settle in for their meal, Gabby wastes no time steering the conversation toward juicy topics. She inquires again about the relationship between Philip and Xander, those two brothers who've had their share of ups and downs, from bitter rivalries to tentative truces. Philip pauses, a flicker of surprise crossing his face. How does Gabby know so much about their personal dynamics? Is she just well informed, or is there something more at play? For a moment, suspicion lingers in the air, but Philip brushes it off quickly. Perhaps he's too caught up in the moment, or maybe he sees an ally in Gabby. The scene unfolds at a quaint bistro table outdoors, under the soft glow of string lights. Philip and Gabby sit across from each other, each holding an elegant drink, maybe a glass of wine for her and a scotch for him. The atmosphere is relaxed on the surface, but underneath, there's a current of intrigue. Philip expresses his gratitude. Thanks to Gabby's wise advice in the past, he and Xander are on better terms now. Their bond has strengthened, and they're united against a common enemy. Who could that be? Perhaps an old foe like Victor's lingering rivals, or someone new stirring up trouble in Salem. Gabby, with a sly smile and a nod, presses further. She asks if they've caught the mysterious stalker who's been plaguing them. No, Philip admits, but his tone turns steely. They'll be sorry when we do, he promises, his eyes narrowing with determination. Gabby responds with more smiles and nods, her expression a perfect mask of sympathy and curiosity. But we know Gabby, she's always several steps ahead. Is she genuinely concerned, or is she gathering intel for her own schemes? The conversation ends on a note of alliance, but the drama simmers just below the surface, leaving us wondering what Gabby's next move will be. As the episode draws to a close, we're left with a tapestry of emotions, the thrill of success for Stephanie, the spark of romance between her and Alex, the dark cloud of suspicion from Xander and EJ, and the subtle manipulations in Gabby's world. Salem is a place where joy and jeopardy walk hand in hand, and this episode captures that perfectly. What will happen at that press conference tomorrow? Will the summons lead to courtroom battles or shocking revelations? And who is this stalker that has Philip and Xander on edge? If you've been watching Days of Our Lives as long as I have, you know that tomorrow's episode will bring even more twists. These characters feel like old friends, or sometimes, like family members we love despite their flaws. Stephanie's journey from elation to worry reminds us of how quickly life can change. Alex's dilemma shows the pull between love and duty. Xander's accusations highlight the paranoia that comes with power. And Gabby's clever questioning? It's a masterclass in Salem-style strategy. In the end, this episode isn't just about plots and schemes, it's about the human heart. The kisses, the suspicions, the alliances, they all reflect the ups and downs we face in our own lives, albeit with a lot more drama. Stay tuned, friends, because in Salem, the days of our lives are never dull. If you missed any part, catch up on your favorite streaming service, and let's discuss in the comments below. What do you think will happen next? I'd love to hear your thoughts.